coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just said? Pretty nice.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Okay,
so a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Play fake. Here's Willis. Sliding out of the pocket. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10, Willis. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand your guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And they'll
try and run the option to pick it up.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, he's got a little delay. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
And there to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it's complete to Adams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mix it up the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good game. Sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And that'll hurt up the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Mixon again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have moved out in front. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so trying to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back. Unsuccessful. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, it still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive,
really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Willis. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Willis now off of play action. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Waste of time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Right back to the air with Willis. Pass incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ooh, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On play action, it's Murray. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy.
Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Running left, it's Mixon. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Shotgun now for Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw an even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's Willis now off the play fake. He gets this to Thornton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a nice run slant. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going downfield. deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Willis.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told me, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Inside handoff to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Back now at Ford Field. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. To throw is Murray. And that's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mixon will try the right side.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Again, it's Mixon, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
It's Mixon on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. First in a row. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Well now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 11. On third down, Barkley. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Let's go.
Willis, gotta have this one.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field.
About that, and a crazy situation we just saw there. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Willis. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Willis.
That is caught. It's Williams.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Willis.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack.
The offense so far this drive doing something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Hey, check that.
Here's Willis.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Williams.
19 Lions.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Mixing up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Focus, boys. Focus.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
That's garbage.
That second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Detroit, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.